Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So Working Money Channel, guys, at 97,000 subscribers, I'm almost at 100,000. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet and you love the content that I bring you guys every single day, every single day of the year, then please subscribe, hit that like button, anything you guys can do to help the channel. I want to see if I can make it to 100,000 by the end of this year. By the end of this year? I don't know. You think we can make it work? I mean, it'll definitely happen by the bull run, but 97,000 subscribers. I got to thank each and every one of you guys for making this a reality for me. It's been, a great journey. Been doing it for over 5 years now. That next milestone, 100,000, I kind of want YouTube to send me one of those plaques. What's happening in the market today, guys? CryptoCon here posting this. Okay, the 5-day alpha trend on Bitcoin had just printed a fresh sell signal. So maybe we're not going to see that bull run happen quite yet. At first, this seems like a bad thing. These sell signals have come at every major cycle top, but for the past 2 cycles, they have also come in at another place, the first early cycle top. So check this out. Now, sell indicator doesn't necessarily mean that the market is going to drop significantly. However, it has indicated in the past, like for example, in 2019, before we did see that drop for the beer flu, but also just before that, we did see a mini dip, a retracement, I guess we could call it, before another move up. Also, guys, we saw it in 2015. You guys can see it here. Sell signal, a bit of a dip. Sell signal, a bit of a dip. Now we're in 2023, and we are getting that same sell signal. So are we going to see a bit of a dip? Not at the top, actually closer to the bottom. He continues by saying, after the early top is in 2015, the sell signal came right after the bottoming point, and the 2019 signal came right before, excluding the black swan, of course. So he's not talking about the black swan, although the black swan did occur right after, but he is talking about that little dip that we saw coming in after the sell signal. The same thing is happening now, guys. So the cycle bottom buy signal is in. Could the sell signal be telling us the downside is to end soon? So ultimately, what it is suggesting is that the downside to end soon, I mean, we are still making higher lows on the XRP chart, even though XRP is not really doing terribly well, just under 50 cents. And we got the Bitcoin chart here as well. Of course, Bitcoin still hovering in that $26,000, roughly $26,000 zone. We haven't seen too much volume right now. It's trading at about 25,800 per coin. And this has just been par for the course for the last little while here. You guys can see it. Since that downturn on August the 18th, we haven't really seen Bitcoin move past this region here. So what is going to happen? Let's just take a look at this week, particularly Crypto Rover here posting this. Okay, FTX is expected to receive approval to liquidate the following assets on September the 13th. And so this could have an effect on the market, guys. And so this is why I am personally diversifying in this market. And if you are signed up for my Patreon, you probably know that as well. Let's go over this first, okay? So what is FTX looking to liquidate? Well, look at their biggest position, okay? $685 million worth of Solana, the SOL token. The FTT token, of course, their native cryptocurrency, $529 million. Bitcoin at $268 million. Ethereum, $90 million. APT coin, $67 million. Dogecoin, $42 million. Matic, $39 million. BIT at $35 million. TON, $31 million. And XRP, the lowest amount here, $29 million worth of XRP. Now, that does not include other positions that they hold, like $1.2 billion worth of mixed positions and $245 million worth of stable coins. I guess that would include USDC, Tether, and others. So this is their holdings as of January the 17th. More assets have been discovered in the meantime. So guys, I mean, if they've been given approval by the courts to liquidate this much in cryptocurrencies, what could that mean for Solana price, for example, FTT, BTC, ETH, so on and so forth? So, looking back at this sell signal, we could, in fact, I mean, even if the market doesn't go flat, okay? I mean, I don't think we're going to go back down in here. I don't think that that's going to happen, but we could see a bit of a disruption before another uptick. I mean, we could, in fact, even come back down here. I mean, it's not unheard of. We have seen it in the past. This is why, guys, I'm constantly taking the pulse of the market, and I'm letting my patrons know when I'm going to be making my trades. I haven't been making any rash decisions. I want to kind of stay away from making any, quick impulse decisions. But if the market does turn, we got to be ready. I've been trying to keep the price here fairly reasonable, to $5 a month, so you guys can follow me month after month to see if I change my mind, because, some things might change in the meantime. We might see another coin come on the market that, has good potential too. So, everything is always changing. Like I keep saying, this bull market, this crypto run is going to look very, very different than I think past crypto runs. Titan of crypto here also pointing this out. Bitcoin, the bottom is in. Usually markets offer a second chance, but not always. Many who missed the bottom are still hoping for much lower prices for BTC, although they had all the signs and plenty of time to get back in. Check out this chart here, okay? Bottoming area from different cycles, from the 15 cycle, the 19 cycle, and now today, 2023. So what can we see in terms of these indicators here? Look at these crossovers, guys. Crossover suggests the bottoming was in for 2023. Over here, you guys can see the bottom was in right over here. So what does this mean now? This crossing over, a bit of a dip before the upswing. Crossing over here in 2015, we didn't really see too much of a dip. There was just an upswing here. But I mean, just to go along with CryptoCon's theory here, we could, in fact, see that next downturn before we see the uptrend. But ultimately, guys, the bottom is in. We're not going to see any lower bottoms, but there still might be a great opportunity to buy, to accumulate more cryptocurrencies, the diversified cryptos that have the potential to pump 3, 5, 10x, 50x, maybe even 100x. And, guys, these are coins that I'm taking off the table for profit, whether it happens over the macro cycle or individually. This bull run's about making money and preserving your wealth. So, I'm going to be talking about that on my Patreon as well. Mags here on Twitter posting this. The altcoin market cap is currently in a strong accumulation phase, and it looks like it's gearing up for a major move. So just more to this point here. Here, let's bring up the altcoin market, the total 2. You guys can see the accumulation phase here. The total altcoin market, total 2, on the chart is also looking very, very beaten down. Yesterday I was talking about that 16% decline since we did see that peak after the Ripple SEC news. Ultimately, though, these bottoms have been tapping, have been retesting time and time again from March 2023, June 2023. And we did wick down again in August 2023. So altcoins, they're up off their bottoms right now. They're about 19-20% up off the bottom of the market, but still off that initial pump, guys. That would have been a 50% increase. So 20% off that 50% is a pretty good discount right now. You can see it here, accumulation phase. And again, someone else saying now it's only a matter of time before the uptrend continues. So wanted to thank Mags, Crypto Titan here, or Titan of Crypto rather, on Twitter, Crypto Rover, of course, and CryptoCon just for posting that. Now, what else do we have here, guys? BITRUE Official, which is, by the way, the cryptocurrency exchange that I'm going to be trading on for my patrons. The cool thing about these guys is that they also run an XRPL validator, okay? BITRUE Official is the first exchange on the UNL to upgrade to the new version, the version 1.12.0. Wonder if Bitstamp will join the future by setting up and running servers on the XRPL, at least a validator. So here you guys can see, I guess this is from BITRUE's specific validator, updated to 1.12.0. Other great thing about BITRUE is that they also have so many XRP pairings with other altcoins. So a very versatile cryptocurrency exchange. I do have the affiliate link in the description of the video if you guys still want to sign up. You don't have to use it, though, if you don't want to, if you're comfortable using another exchange. Here's another interesting piece of news, guys, coming from Michael Branch. Get this, there's only about 182 individuals globally who now own crypto worth at least $100 million. So only 182. New data reveals that over 180 individuals around the world now own at least $100 million worth of crypto assets, according to a new study by financial advisement group Henley and Partners. Dozens of global crypto entrepreneurs are now centimillionaires, almost half of them either obtaining their wealth from holding or trading Bitcoin, the top crypto asset by market cap. And here's a quote, guys. This is the first of its kind report, includes exclusive statistics on the number of crypto and Bitcoin millionaires, centimillionaires, and billionaires provided by global wealth intelligence firm New World Wealth, as well as insights from leading academics, industry experts, and crypto players. In the Global Super Rich League, there are now 182 crypto centimillionaires, namely high net worth individuals with crypto holdings of $100 million or more, 78 of whom are Bitcoiners, while 6 of the world's 22 crypto billionaires have amassed their fortunes from trading Bitcoin. How many of you guys were hoping to amass $100 million in this coming bull run? Well, you would be among 182 people in the world. And I mean, that number might grow in this coming bull run, but of course, diversification is key because you never know what coin is really going to hit next time around. Another interesting statistic there, another one, guys, from Michael. So with regards to the U.S. regulatory environment, U.S. Senator steps in to prevent SEC interventions in the crypto industry. So Tom Emmer, guys, has stepped up. The Minnesota Republican and U.S. House of Majority Representative Tom Emmer has sponsored an amendment that would restrict the SEC's use of funds or digital asset enforcement until comprehensive rules and regulations are implemented. So Tom Emmer is saying, no more SEC, we've had enough of your BS, and now we need you to stop. Yes, stop right now until we come up with a comprehensive framework, and then you can go about your business. But until then, SEC, just stop. The change, which is part of the Financial Services and General Government Appropriations Act for the fiscal year of 2024, aims to prevent the SEC from using taxpayer money as a weapon. Thank goodness. Tom Emmer said Gary Gensler abused his authority to increase his authority to the detriment of the American people. Congress must use all our tools, including the appropriations process, to stop President Gensler from using more taxpayer money as a weapon. Therefore, I plan to sponsor an appropriations amendment that restricts the use of funds for the SEC's digital asset enforcement until clear rules and regulations come into effect. And so, here, Tom Emmer. Boy, I really hope this passes. Tom Emmer, as you guys can see, very, very passionate about cryptocurrency and just the state of the game in the United States. I mean, guys, this is a new financial framework. This is going to have global ramifications. The U.S. has to be on board if they want to compete. And so, like I was saying yesterday, not everybody in Congress is a dimwit. We've got guys like Tom Emmer fighting the good fight. So, that is positive news, I got to say. We do have some more XRP support, guys, from the Cleaver app. This one from Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed. Cleaver Wallet has now added XRP to its swap services, enabling users to exchange it with BTC, Ethereum, BNB, USDT, USDC, and TUSD. So XRP, of course, the only cryptocurrency with legal clarification in the US, is now supported. And in a recent tweet, digital asset management platform Cleaver Wallet announced its extra support for XRP. According to the announcement, XRP has become available on Cleaver swaps. It implies that XRP is now swappable against the various pairs supported on the platform. So here's the announcement from Cleaver Wallet themselves, just letting us in on that. And guys, I will link all this in the description of the video for you. Wanted to thank Wheezy for posting that. John Deaton here, guys, also touching on the story we talked about yesterday, okay? Fortress Trust, that Ripple acquisition. If you guys didn't catch yesterday's video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. The possibility that Ripple could turn into a bank based on what Fortress has to offer. Now, we've gotten some more insight with regards to this. It could be more than just a bank. There could be more plans brewing. So I just wanted to touch on, more information as it's coming to me. Of course, as the days go on, we learn more and more. John Deaton here posting this. He states in the video that Fortress Trust's regulatory compliance team is unmatched in the industry. So yesterday we were talking a little bit about this. I showed a clip from this video. Ripple has now acquired Fortress Trust. Oh, the irony of it all. So, take it in context. Look at what's happening with Ripple, Fortress, and the banking sector moving into the coming years. The everyday banking system in 2030, guys. This one courtesy of Ingrid here on Twitter. Completely digital and virtual using the blockchain. By then, only 20% of financial institutions will have survived. I'm going to play you guys a little bit of this clip. Listen to this.
A decade goes so fast. Within the last 10 years, technology's changed the way we bank, mostly connected to our phones. But by 2030, the everyday banking experience could be entirely virtual. By then, more than 2 billion people will have digital bank accounts on digital platforms. And just 20% of so-called heritage financial services firms will have survived. Some banks will be completely virtual. Facilitated by open banking, fueled by data stored and shared on the cloud, and made faster and safer by blockchain technology. If you want, you'll be able to get the equivalent of a private banking service, as data aggregators cross-reference your spending habits with other parts of your online life, from your travel plans to your social media interactions, creating a unique profile for your bank to provide you with bespoke services. Look forward to an AI-powered virtual banking assistant, handling payments, investments, and instant transfers at the command of your voice. As banks begin to get more personal, so will the ways we pay. In the future, cash is no longer key. Instead, paying with your phone or wearable will be the status quo, rendering physical cards unnecessary. 60% of financial organizations are expected to make wearables a common payment method. Physical shops will still exist, but the way you pay will change, with money changing hands virtually, in real time. Cryptocurrencies may rival cash, with an estimated 200 million blockchain wallet users by the end of this decade. And many currencies could digitize and even decentralize, simplifying travel and trade. But none of this will happen if security isn't every bank's #1 priority. Protection against cybercrimes and fraud will be powered by predictive analytics and artificial intelligence.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there for a second. First, I just wanted to scroll through here and show you guys, they're getting some of these statistics from different sources like Deutsche Bank, a Ripple partner, by the way. Also, let me just bring it over here to, I saw another one over here. Where was it? It wasn't the Gartner Symposium. It was this one here, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Things that make you go, okay, 2 billion people. What was this statistic? 2 billion people will have, I think we'll be on, right down here. It says 2 billion people will have digital bank accounts. So let me just remind you, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is connected to the Moja Loop Foundation. And right here on Moja Loop's website, you guys can see they highlight Ripple as partners with sustainability leaders to reach their 2030 goals. And again, guys, spearheaded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So, I mean, banking in 2030 going to look very, very different. And a lot of these sources, well, at least 2 of them, just from this video, already do have Ripple connections. So the other thing I wanted to mention was this. Back a little bit to the Ripple Fortress partnership. Looking back from a video from 2021, guys, from CoinDesk. Okay, this one coming from XRP Drops here on Twitter. Ripple's decision to acquire Fortress Trust seems like a quite significant step in their history to become one of the strongest regulated leaders in the newly created Web3 infrastructure. Albert Faulkner has regulatory experience spanning 25 years, primarily as the Wyoming Division of Banking State Banking Commissioner. Blockchain-based payments firm Ripple Labs has now registered as a business in Wyoming. Listen to what Robert Faulkner had to say back in 2021, guys.
Wyoming, the most crypto-friendly state in America, where Bitcoin-friendly laws and regulations, zero corporate and personal state income taxes have attracted digital asset companies like Kraken, Avanti, and more recently Ripple to set up business in the state. Joining us now from Cheyenne is Albert Faulkner, State Banking Commissioner at the Wyoming Division of Banking. Welcome, Albert.
Good morning. Thank you.
Hey, good to have you here. All right, Albert, what makes Wyoming different from other states in its approach to crypto? How has the state made the laws and regulations more attractive to innovators?
Well, that was just how you said it was. What Wyoming's trying to do is make it an inviting environment for crypto and for digital assets to provide some clarity, much needed clarity, I might add. So I think trying to bring the U.S. Kind of up to speed and playing a little catch up still from other jurisdictions around the world. And I think a lot of people, of course, it's a small state, small population, very much centered around energy extractions and agriculture. Those can be very cyclical. So anytime you can look to diversify an economy, you can look to attract businesses, talent, retain talent. Those are all things that the legislature and the administration are hoping to do. Very similar to what South Dakota, I think, did back in the late 70s, early 80s within the credit card industry.
So Wyoming obviously looking to diversify. This is when Albert Faulkner, before he was at Fortress, but was at the Wyoming Division of Banking and State Banking. So a regulator with 25 years experience, blockchain-based firm Ripple is now registered in Wyoming. According to records from the Wyoming State Security, Ripple Markets' status as a local business is listed as active after an initial filing in February of 2020. So guys, just to highlight this, back then Ripple did establish a new firm in Wyoming. Again, this was this was news from February of 2021. We did talk about that back then. A very exciting time in the market when regulatory clarity questions were ramping up because, we got to remember this was only a couple of months after the lawsuit was announced against Ripple. More crypto companies are realizing Wyoming is a better domicile than Delaware due to our crypto-friendly laws, says Caitlin Long on Twitter. So Caitlin Long obviously supporting this as well. And as we know, Robert Faulkner, now the CEO at Fortress, the company that Ripple has just recently purchased. Some other things that have been noticed too from Cowboy Crypto. So it's not all peachy and keen, guys. Just so everyone is aware, Kevin Latinity, I don't even know how to pronounce that, is currently the CPO or CTO of Fortress Blockchain Technologies and former CPO of Prime Trust, which is a very shady company. So maybe we take the good with the bad. There are some tweets that Cowboy Crypto found here with regards to this guy, Kevin Latinity. Again, I don't know. Now the CTO at Fortress Blockchain Trust, but was once at Prime Trust. Crypto custody Prime Trust files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy over here, and here another one here from Cryptodamus. If you want to understand what a dumpster fire Prime Trust is, here are some other just points that he makes here. Admit knowing they lost the keys to about $100 million worth of crypto in December, spent $76 million buying Ethereum with customers' cash to fake it, raised 9 figures, and rather than fix the hole, the execs paid themselves. So some people wondering what this means. Now, maybe Ripple is going to restructure leadership. This coming from XRP11 here on Twitter. Cowboy Crypto just speculating. He says they need to restructure for sure, but agree the licenses are key. I just don't like seeing companies step in crap to get what they want. That is definitely true. Yeah, it's painful to watch, says XRP11. Hope we see good actors like Ripple taking over and acquiring bad apples like this. MH.XRP posting this. Ripple is in control now. Any past dealings have now become irrelevant. And Cowboy Crypto just basically says, yeah, we'll see. But did want to point out this point here with regards to this guy who is also associated with Prime Trust. So, I mean, with acquisitions, sometimes redundancies happen and sometimes they, fire half of the squad because, now Ripple's stepping in, acquiring this business. We have still yet to see what is going to happen with that. Anyway, wanted to thank Cowboy Crypto, though, just for bringing that to our attention because it is something that we should be paying attention to, that should be on our radar. Now, Dark Horse here also posting this. Ripple buys Fortress. The CEO is Albert Faulkner, as we know, who helped build the SPDI in Wyoming. And the SPDI guys, Wyoming Chartered Special Purpose Depository Institutions. They're fully reserved banks that receive deposits and conduct other activity incidental to the business of banking, including custody, asset servicing, fiduciary asset management, and related activities. So essentially, Ripple did acquire this license back in, as I mentioned, back in 2021. So things are now changing here with regards to Ripple and now what they are going to be capable of in the United States. So all moving towards more positive crypto adoption, more positive XRP adoption in the US. And the Wrath of Kahneman here, guys, brought up this interesting tweet thread too with regards to this Fortress Trust acquisition by Ripple. Why did Ripple buy Fortress Trust and how is it different from Medico? So a lot of people were talking about Medico and they're a custody client. My hunch is it is more about customers than ODL. And maybe one other thing. So he is speculating on this and he posts all the supporting evidence here, guys. And I will link this in the description of the video for you if you want to dig further. So what is the difference? Medico doesn't hold digital assets on its own behalf. Instead, they provide infrastructure allowing qualified custodians to hold digital assets for others. Fortress Trust is a qualified custodian, meaning they actually hold assets and are legally responsible for them. So, for instance, iTrust Capital integrated Fortress for an IRA program allowing users to hold crypto assets in their retirement plans. Holdings are highly regulated and segregated and reconciled, and Fortress holds these assets for each account. So we notice what Fortress does. I did talk a little bit about iTrust Capital and that partnership, that acquisition in yesterday's video. He goes on to say, here are the services they offer. Note the crypto liquidity tile and how it describes crypto to fiat. So if you click on this, you guys can see we facilitate conversions of dollars to crypto and or crypto to dollars. So crypto liquidity. Wrath of Kahneman states here, this is real liquidity, not just volume, sometimes mistakenly called liquidity. They connect the two, a gateway of sorts. Compare that with this description. Fortress Trust is known for its innovative approaches to integrating traditional financial services with blockchain technology, with its advanced solutions for crypto and fiat payment rails and on and off ramps. So crypto to fiat payment rails. My hunch is Fortress can become a key link helping Ripple bridge that final fiat gap more directly. No one needs to interact with exchanges anymore. So could this be the beginning of moving away from crypto exchanges in terms of Ripple's business model and, basically setting up with this one-stop shop? Further, Fortress white labels their products, integrating them into other apps. And since we know Fortress is completely regulated by the banking system in the United States, could we now see Ripple adoption through Fortress as they're white labeling products for banks and other integration in the US? Note Brad's comment here. They've built an impressive business with reoccurring revenue and a strong roster of both crypto native and new to crypto customers. It suggests to me an emphasis on this bridge between crypto and customers' fiat. I hear in Long's quote too, so from Caitlin Long, acquiring Fortress Trust in service of becoming the one-stop shop for enterprise looking to convert, store, and move value on the blockchain around the world. Or maybe that was Monica Long's tweet. Convert here seems new and perhaps important. Fortress also publicized NFT tokenization ability, art, contract, securities, health records, videos, estate docs, and IP, all secure and privately held, available for use in trade finance settings. Ripple has spoken similarly about this for the XRP ledger. The other thing that occurs is that NFT minting and custody capability might offer a smooth path for carbon credit tokenization as well. As we've heard, Ripple has been dealing with carbon credits, also real estate after that. So guys, more use cases on the XRP ledger too. Could Fortress be for ODL? Maybe, but I don't see it immediately. They don't offer Ripple any new licenses except for Nevada, of course. Further, they can't commingle holdings, potentially complicating larger liquidity pools. Would they hold a pool for Ripple? Why? I suppose it would be useful were XRP declared a security, a trust for Ripple's ODL transactions. I lack the financial experience to envision a solution in this, though. I doubt Ripple would say anything with the case still proceeding, but nothing in the press screams ODL. So guys, this is interesting. His thesis, to sum it up, is Fortress opens up more avenues for traditional finance for Ripple long term. I think, too, the repetition of Web3 suggests courting customers' uses, something more hands-on with NFTs than ODL. Of course, this is just speculation, but it does open Ripple up to a lot, especially in the United States, where they really do want to accelerate adoption. I think maybe we could see XRP utility sooner than we think in the US because of this Fortress partnership. All speculation seems to be pointing that way, guys, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. And please do subscribe to the channel, guys. We are at 97,002 subscribers. If you're not subscribed already, please like the video too. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And put a comment down in the comment section. I really love hearing your comments. Guys, I'll see you in the next one.